Welcome to the first episode ng mga usapang liver o atay na hindi fake news. And I'm your host, Tita Liv, a certified Atayler, meaning Atay lover. And I'm here to bring you facts about the largest organ inside our body, the liver! Ang dami-dami nating pag-uusapan about liver. But of course, we start with baby steps. Speaking of babies, did you know that babies, kahit hindi pa pinapanganak, ay pwedeng magkaroon ng Hepa B? That's so shocking! Kawawa naman ng mga baby boo-boo. And because I am the best tita in the world, I want to make sure that your babies are healthy and protected since birth, especially from hepatitis. So, I invited my beautiful friend doctors to know more about hepatitis B and how harmful it is for the baby. Let's all welcome Dr. Dory Buena, our pediatrician.
Good day, how are you?
And Dr. Valerie Guinto, our obstetrician and gynecologist from Asian Hospital and Medical Center.
Hello, Tita Liv. Hi, everybody.
Welcome po, doctors! Thank you for coming to our show! So let's start right away, mga doc, no? What is hepatitis B? And why is it such a big concern for newborns?
The hepatitis B is an infection of the liver, and then it is caused by the hepatitis B virus. The babies can be infected from the mother. So it's very important to know the health of the mother because from before birth, the mother can have it and then pass it on to the baby. Dr. Valerie can explain it more.
So this is a very harmful virus that we'll talk about that more later, no? So the baby gets the hepatitis B infection in 2 ways from the mother. So the first way is through the placenta. So we call that transplacental transmission. Okay, so or perinatal transmission. So ibig sabihin nun, the virus can pass through the placenta, so from the mother to the placenta to the baby. So the baby can get infected even if the baby is still inside. And then the second part is when the baby passes through the birth canal during birth. Okay, so there are 2 ways.
Oh, ganun po pala. If the mother has it, there's really a big chance for the baby to get it.
Yes, you're right.
Not just in one way, but 2. How do mothers get infected po ba?
Yung virus can be transmitted through body fluids. Okay, body fluids. Through the saliva, by kissing. Tapos through sexual transmission. Tapos through needle prick. Kunyari, surgeon ka, nag-prick mo yung sarili mo, and the patient has a hepatitis B, you can get that from there.
Oh, so ganoon po pala ka-intimate. So what are the symptoms of hepatitis B to mothers and also to newborn babies?
So, mothers may not have any symptoms. That's why we do the screening. Okay, so if you get the symptoms, you usually get the symptoms during the time of the acute phase when you get the disease. So, pwede kang magkaroon ng abdominal pain, tapos feeling mo bloated ka kasi lumalaki yung liver eh. When you have a hepatitis B infection, you can have jaundice, maninilaw ka. Your eyes may also be icteric, ibig sabihin naninilaw yung eyes. And then the stool can be white, ang tawag doon acolic stools, puti yung dumi. Yon. So that's the acute phase. But afterwards, you may not have any symptoms at all.
So moms may never know pala unless it's in the acute phase o manlala na. How about the babies naman po?
Yung mga babies naman, pag ipinanganak na sila, usually they have no symptoms at all. And then they will just develop the symptoms probably during the adolescent or the adult stage na. But there are some babies who will be having the symptoms early on. And probably because the mother didn't know that she has hepatitis B, so talagang na-pass on na talaga kay baby. And then the baby will have the symptoms. Similar din, the baby can have jaundice, poor sac, poor growth. Yun. So that's why it's very important for both the mother and the baby to undergo screening.
I'll have to emphasize that no symptoms. That's why we do screening everyone for hepatitis B.
OMG! It's concerning that nobody cannot know if one has hepatitis B na. Kahit ako, baka meron na din. So how do we protect both the mothers and the babies from Hepa B?
Okay, so it's important that they consult the obstetrician or they have another doctor that they consult. Kunyari, they have other diseases. So, before pregnancy, we screen already if the mother has hepatitis B. So, if the mother has hepatitis B, then we treat them na, even before the pregnancy, to lessen the chance that they will transmit the virus to the baby. And then, if they don't have the disease yet, okay, so by testing the blood, we will know that. If the mother doesn't have the disease yet, then pwede siyang bigyan ng vaccine para the mother will be protected from hepatitis B. Okay, tapos and then during pregnancy, we can still continue with the vaccine kasi it is not contraindicated during pregnancy. So kunyari we started the vaccine before pregnancy, they get pregnant, we can continue giving the vaccine afterwards. Okay, and then of course, screen also the partner if they have that disease. So, since we know that it can be sexually transmitted, can be transmitted through the saliva, so that's the reason why we want to screen everybody for hepatitis B. Okay, for the baby,
For the babies naman, para may protection sila, screening pa din. So, di ba, na-screen na yung mother. So, we know whether the mother has hepatitis B or not. If positive yung mother, then we give 2 kinds of vaccine. So, first we give the hepatitis B vaccine and then the Hepa B or the hepatitis B Immunoglobulin. Within 12 hours yun dapat maibigay.
I'd like to emphasize that, no, Tita Liv, when the mother naman is found to be positive for hepatitis B when she's pregnant, okay, we can measure the viral load. Ibig sabihin nun, the number of viruses in the blood. And then if it is high enough, then we start the treatment. And then giving the treatment will tremendously decrease, mabawasan ng chance that the baby will get the disease.
Oh, I see. So how do we give these vaccines po to the baby? Na-mention niyo po, Doc, na within 12 hours, dapat may vaccine na. What happens if the vaccine is delayed? Standard po ba itong mga vaccines na ito?
All babies actually, whether the mother has hepatitis B or not, it's already mandated by law that they will be given a hepatitis B vaccine. So already naman talaga na yon. Now, if the baby is positive for the mother is the positive for hepatitis B, then the baby should have the hepatitis B vaccine and the hepatitis B immunoglobulin. Yung first dose will be at birth. Okay, what if delayed nga yung hepatitis B na the vaccine, if it's delayed in being given to the baby, the risk of having the hepatitis increased, pero pwede namang ihabol yun and continue the vaccine on. So the first dose will be at birth. The second dose will be after 2 months, 1 to 2 months, and then the third dose should be at 6 months for the hepatitis B vaccine. The hepatitis B immunoglobulin is given just once.
So kaya it's very important that there's good communication, no, Dr. Dory, between the OB and the pedia because they have to be prepared already. Sasabihin ko, Dr. Dory, itong mother na to may hepatitis B. So, Dr. Dory will already prepare the hepatitis B immunoglobulin along with the hepatitis B vaccine during birth. Kasi nga, it's very important, as Dr. Dory emphasized, that it has to be given within 12 hours and maximum na sana 24 hours.
Oh, that's very interesting. Pero Doc, gusto lang namin maintindihan. What is the difference of the burst dose vaccine and HBIG?
The hepatitis B immunoglobulin is given if positive yung mother with hepatitis B. But for the normal babies na negative naman ang mother, no need for the hepatitis B immunoglobulin. So what is the difference between the two? The hepatitis B vaccine, it allows the baby to produce antibodies later on. Yung immunoglobulin is already preformed. May protection na siya kaagad. Antibodies na to for the baby kasi hindi ka makakapaghintay infected na yung mother, so potential infected na yung baby. So you have to give the immunoglobulin kaagad.
Now we know. Minsan, nagiging positive talaga si baby with Hepa B pagkapanganak niya pa lang. Imagine, kakapanganak mo pa lang, may challenge na agad. Kawawa naman ng mga baby! So, Doc, how do we treat these babies who are already positive?
So, tulad na sabi ko kanina, these babies usually are asymptomatic. And then they get the symptoms, they manifest the symptoms later na. Adolescent, malalaki na sila, or adults na. So, we give the treatment na, yung mga antiviral medications. For the babies naman, na talaga may hepatitis, yung full-blown na hepatitis agad-agad. So, yeah, we give medications for them, and then usually refer them to an infectious consultant for the babies to be well taken care of.
Paano naman po naapektuhan yung development ng babies who have Hepa B?
The risk will be like the baby when she grows older, di ba sabi ko kasi initially wala namang symptoms yon. Pag nag-manifest na siya sa later stage, pwede siyang magkaroon ng cirrhosis, end-stage liver failure, pwedeng magkaroon din ng liver cancer.
Oh my! That's so scary!
We have to protect the liver. So, protect the liver of the baby. Nasa loob pa lang, we need to protect na. If we get hepatitis B now, chances are we may not develop the liver cancer anymore, or if we develop it later pa in life. But if the baby is already exposed to the virus even inside the mother's womb, then mga 30s pa lang, you will get na 30s to 40s, ganyan, meron ng liver cancer yan. Tapos mababalitaan mo, magkakapatid sila, adult sila, na may liver cancer. So yun pala, probably, they were all exposed to the mother while the mother was pregnant.
And they were not given the vaccine. Kasi hindi sila na-test din so hindi nila alam.
Oh no! Imagine, family sila na affected, no? And they never know because they weren't screened. So, Doc, can you tell us what newborn screening is and how important it is?
Okay, newborn screening is under actually the PhilHealth Circular. Okay, so it is already a law that all patients delivered in healthcare accredited institutions should be given this. So under the healthcare, that newborn package are the newborn screening, the hearing screening, hepatitis B vaccine, and BCG vaccine. Okay? Yung newborn screening initially covered only 6 diseases. But now, with the expanded newborn screening, 28 diseases na ang na-detect. So it is a screening screening lang naman to. Hindi to diagnostic tool talaga. So kunwari, nagpa-newborn screening yung baby, kapag positive siya in one of the diseases, there should be a confirmatory test done para masigurado na tama yung baro siya talagang sakit na ganon.
So, how about naman po, Doc, after we already give them the vaccines? Do we screen post-vaccination?
Yes. So we can test for the titers. Kung nag-take yung patient ng vaccine, meaning nag-develop ba siya ng antibody titers against hepatitis B. So we can test that after mga 6 months to 9 months if the baby, if the mother tests for positive hepatitis B. So we give the vaccine to the baby and we can test the baby na for the titers mga after 6 months to 9 months.
So, Doc, ito narinig ko lang na chismis. May mga parents na ayaw ipavaccine si baby.
Okay, sabi ko kanina, di ba, law na to. So, hindi na kinakalan, di ba, pag may mga ibinibigay tayo sa mga pasyente, we let them sign na pwede po bang bigyan ng gantong gamot, ganyan. Ngayon, sa dahil law na ito, mandated na by law, hindi na kinakailangan ng consent ng parents. But, if the parents say na ayaw nila magpa-newborn screening, then you have to let them sign a waiver. Meaning, dun sila pipirma na kapag may nangyari sa baby later on, dahil nag-refuse sila sa newborn screening, sila ang responsible at liable sa bata.
Actually, during pregnancy, na-explain na namin yan. Kasi sometimes pagka the patient is there na, nanganganak na, di ba? Wala na silang, hindi na nila masyadong naiisip yan, di ba? So kaya, before pa naman ng panganganak, during pregnancy, we already tell them na ito yung mga bibigay, may newborn screening, may vaccine, ganyan. And do not refuse kasi this is for your baby's sake.
Truly, Doc, this is for your baby. Bakit kaya may mga parents na ayaw magpa-vaccine?
Marami kasing yung nababasa nila na pwedeng mag-autism yung bata, yung mga ganon. They consult Google na naniniwala sila sa mga movies, yung mga ganon, na drugs, mga vlogs. So yung mga negative na mga mga napapanood nila does really have an effect on the mga thinking ng mga parents regarding all this. So, ang dami talagang mga anti-vaxxers.
Negative publicity, that's it. Na hindi naman, it's not based on evidence. Kasi if it's based on evidence, if you consult evidence, then you would know that hepatitis B vaccine is really very important.
Thank you, docs! Ayan ha, mommies! Don't make me come to you. Mas maraming risk of diseases ang makukuha ni baby kapag hindi siya na vaccine. Gusto niya yarn? Baby pa lang, may Hepa B na? Nanginginig atay ko! Now that we understand the importance of vaccines against the virus, doctors, baka po meron kayong tips on how mommies can prevent getting hepatitis B.
Okay, to summarize, before pregnancy, make sure that you're screened para if you did not have the disease yet, pwede ka mabigyan ng vaccine. If you have the disease, you can be treated. During pregnancy, you need to be screened para malaman if you have the disease. If you have the disease, the viral load can be tested and then you can be treated and then prevent you from infecting your baby during pregnancy and during the childbirth. And then after delivery, make sure that your baby receives the vaccine.
How about breastfeeding naman po, Doc? Is it safe for a mother to breastfeed the babies?
If the mother has an active infection that can transmit hepatitis B, then there has to be a close discussion between the mother and the pediatrician to explain the possible effects of breastfeeding when you are actively transmitting hepatitis B. Kasi the breast milk is also body fluid.
Hepatitis B actually should not be a contraindication to breastfeeding. That's why we have to give the vaccine so that the patient will not be affected by the hepatitis B of the mother.
Ayan, ang dami kong natututunan mga doc. Especially, tumaas ang standards ko sa pagpili ng jowa. Tall, dark, and handsome. Plus, negative for hepatitis B dapat. Also, vaccinated since birth within 12 hours. Mahirap na mahawaan ako at ang aking baby. So because of that, eto doc, serious question. Pagkasanak po kaya ako?
Bakit naman hindi? Just come to us and we will help you.
Ay, sure yan! Kay Doc Valerie and Doc Dory po ako pupunta. Thank you so much mga doc. Ninang po kayo na magiging anak ko, ah! So, as we wrap up our show, one last advice for our Ataylers naman po about keeping newborns and mommies safe from Hepa B.
Screening is very important. Yun, importante yun. So, even before pregnancy, make sure that you are protected against hepatitis B. Have the vaccine if you did not have the disease yet. During pregnancy, screening is important also para if you're positive, we can prevent your baby from getting it. And then, have the vaccine. Make sure that you deliver in a facility that has the vaccine also. Yan.
Since hepatitis B is a disease-preventable disease, it is very important talaga na magpa-vaccine ang lahat. Ang mga mothers, before even thinking of getting pregnant. And so all the children also should be given the vaccine. It is available, always available in all hospitals, in all lying-ins, So, hindi problema talaga ang pagbibigay ng hepatitis B vaccine. It is very important to prevent complications later on in life.
Which is liver cancer, di ba? We talked about that already. Liver cancer. So, liver cancer is preventable.
It is actually the first anti-liver medication, ang hepatitis B vaccine.
Ang daming natutunan today, Doc Dory and Doc Valerie. Thank you so much for taking care of every mothers and babies against Hepa B. Ayan ha, mga Ataylers! Don't make Tita repeat herself. Hepa B is real. Vaccinate on day 1. Huwag matigas ang ulo. Magtigas dapat ang immunity. Right, Docs?
Tama ka dyan, Tita Liv. Very good.
Vaccination is your baby step to a healthier baby. Remember, pagka-deliver kay baby, huwag kalimutan ang
Liver!
This has been your Tita Liv reminding you that our hearts are big, but our livers are bigger. So spread the love, but not Hepa B. And I thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.